It's the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, and even the capital of the world. New York City, over 8 million strong. But amongst our neighbors, the people we work with, walk the streets with, and commute with, there was a growing epidemic of loneliness. According to a recent study by Cigna Insurance, nearly half of all Americans feel alone, and the impact of their loneliness is far greater than previously thought. So joining me now with insight is NYU sociologist Eric Klinenberg, the author of Going Solo. Eric, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So first, to begin with, this is New York City. How is it in a city of 8 million can people feel lonely?
Well, one of the things about living in a big city is that even if you have a lot of friends, you are constantly surrounded by strangers. So if you live in a small town, you might know fewer people, but you know just about all the people you walk by in the streets. When you're on the subway or walking down a big avenue, you can feel profoundly alone. And so modern cities have always given people that feeling.
But how much of this is New Yorkers' own making?
It's a great question. And let me be clear that there's a real difference between living alone or being alone and feeling lonely. So, right now, an extraordinary number of people have their own apartments. And you're right, they get their own apartments because they can afford it. They go to a restaurant by themselves because they feel comfortable doing that. And it's really our affluence and our success that allows people to live without the traditional sources of social support. But at the same time, at some point, you can start to feel lonely if you fail to make the connections that all of us need to be happy in life. So no matter how wealthy you are, if you isolate yourself, you're going to feel the pain.
Does social media play any role in this? I mean, so many people have said we spend so much time looking down at our phones and not up at other people, that's part of the reason why we've lost our ability to make human connection.
I think all of us have had that experience where you're with another person and they seem constantly distracted. And social life can be really unsatisfying if the person you're with is always looking for some other kind of stimulation. It makes all of us feel like we're not getting what we need. That said, the best research we have right now tells us that the heaviest users of social media are actually also the heaviest users of ordinary face-to-face interactions. They're just people with a healthy appetite for social life. And this study that we're talking about today surprised many people because it showed that uh, the most active users of social media were not more lonely than people who are just using it a little bit. So that doesn't really seem to be the driver of this.
So this is one thing we can't blame on Facebook.
Just one thing.
All right, so break down for me, if you will. What are some of the physical health detriments that come from being lonely, from feeling alone and being lonely?
Yeah, well, we now know that feeling lonely is not just a minor annoyance if it gets carried away. So if you feel just like a little bit of loneliness, that's actually your body giving you a cue that you need to go out into the world and make stronger connections, that you need to have better social support. And so you can have a healthy dose of loneliness, but loneliness can get very dangerous when it becomes severe and constant, because loneliness can lead to withdrawal, social withdrawal, and also to depression. That depression can lead you to be more isolated. It can elevate your stress, and that can lead to diabetes. It can increase the incidence of cancer. It can make you more likely to commit suicide. And so, medical doctors are increasingly convinced that loneliness is, in and of itself, a health problem that we should all take more seriously.
But on the flip side, though, because in your book, Going Solo, you do talk about some of the benefits of doing things solo.
That's right. And here again, we have to make a distinction between solitude, which can be very productive and healthy, and kind of profound loneliness, which can be destructive. So, I think we live at a time now where we're all so hyper connected. We're on our phones all the time. We're constantly uh, communicating with people, entertaining ourselves, and we've lost a little bit of our ability to check out and think about how we're living our lives, about our relationships, about what we want and what we need to be happier. And in fact, it's having that solitude and making use of it that allows us to live more richly and to discover what it is that we really want.
All right. Well, if there's anything that you would want people to take away from, especially someone who might be sort of on that cusp or you're struggling with those feelings, anxiety, feelings of loneliness, yet at the same time, you do enjoy the fact that you finally don't have roommates. What would you want to be sort of the takeaway of this epidemic of loneliness for the people who are, I think, most of us in that area?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say I actually don't think that there's an epidemic of loneliness. I think we're just about as lonely as we've always been in modern cities. And so I'm a little cautious about each new report because they tend to show results all over the map. I think we're not necessarily lonelier than we've ever been, but when we do feel lonely, it's serious and important, and you should know if you feel lonely that you're not alone. This is a situation that's shared by many people, and that there is support there.
All right. Well, Eric, listen, thank you so much for joining us on the program and giving us some insight into how to handle some of these issues that we all wrestle with in a city like New York.
Thanks, it's been my pleasure.
Thank you.